Hello everyone! It is coming towards the end of December 2017, and so it is time to switch over from the 2017 stuff to the 2018 stuff. So I'm going to take you through my personal analog system and my work analog system and some of the changes that I'm making over here. But yeah, let's do this one first. So this is a very straightforward changing of the guard here. Because not a whole lot is changing other than the books. So for those of you who are new to my channel, welcome. Basic setup is that I have the 4-off cloth insert, and I got the olive green one at the Travelers Company Caravan in New York this year, last month. And I had my eye on the green one. I really wanted it, and I didn't want to buy it online because it was like $1 bajillion. So I waited to see if they had it, and they did, and it was amazing. So I got that instead of the blue. I just love how the green looks with the brown. It's so foresty and earthy. And in here I've got my sticky note sheet. So sticky notes, and these are the Traveler's Notebook sticky notes. That one's a Muji one. So I keep those, and that helps me keep it slim, because if I only have a couple of sticky notes on a sheet, it's much better than carrying around a pad, or even the insert that they make is kind of fat, depending, because I like a very skinny notebook. So then I've got 3 Hobonichi stencils in these pockets. They fit perfectly. I use the checkbox on this one all the time, and the speech bubbles and thought bubbles on all of them quite a lot. And then in here, I have got my Oji-san diary stickers, and he is pretty much my primary diary sticker character right now that I use, so I love him. If found, please return to. Another, whoops, another Hobonichi stencil. I cannot hold on to anything right now. And then some colored flags and the little paper thing that came inside the 4-off insert. So that kind of lives in there. This is my writing notebook. So for those of you who kind of have seen this layout before, this is where I do all my writing, well, not all my writing, but all my writing ideas, my notes. So you can kind of take a peek in here. Just basic writing notes, color notes, character notes, plot stuff, what's happening, going through the story, things that I need to do next, a picture of 2 of my characters, which is a terrible, terrible picture. I am not an artist by any means. So there's that. And then this is my 2017 July through December insert. So this one, both of these 2 things are really the only ones that get changed out, but this one still has half the book left. So I'm not going to change that one out yet, but this one is the one that is going to get changed out. So in order to do this properly and not rip anything, I am going to pull this guy out. And then I'm going to, oops, oh, you need to come out too. Pull that guy out. Come on. And this comes out from underneath. So then all I'm going to do is pop him off and pop this one on. And I'm using a circular elastic. I don't use the flat Traveler's Notebook branded ones because I don't like what they do to the page that they're next to. They just kind of fold a little too much for me. So here we go. This goes back in here just like that. And then the writing notebook goes back in the middle. And that's it. Now, when it does come time to switch this one out, I'm kind of debating. So I've got, this is the Traveler's Notebook branded lightweight refill. So this is Tomoe River paper, and it's got all, you know, it's the official notebook, so it's got all the branding. And it's kind of a thick notebook for Tomoe River. I mean, there's a lot of paper in there. And I love this. I love the feel of this paper. My only concern with this notebook is that I like to fill my notebooks and move through them, and I feel like this one would take me forever to fill, and then I would hate it and not complete it. So I'm trying to figure out if I'm that much of a jerk. And then this one is one that I made myself, and it's similar to some of the Baumkuchen notebooks that you might have seen on their website, where it's kind of a mixed page. So there's, and I pulled apart Traveler's notebooks to sort of Frankenstein them into mixed notebooks. So this is from the blank Traveler's Notebook insert. This is from the Grid Traveler's Notebook insert. This is a piece of vellum that I cut down that is not from a Traveler's Notebook insert. Plain again, the craft paper, the lined paper, and then it just kind of goes on and on through. So, I mean, this is a cool notebook, and I kind of like the idea of having mixed pages, so I might do this one first and then that one. We'll see. But for now, I haven't decided, so let me just mark my pages again. So this calendar is super important because this is the calendar of the book that I'm writing right now, so I need to keep the timeline in mind. And then in my actual calendar for my real life, we will start this, and this starts tomorrow. Today is the 17th of December, so this starts tomorrow. And this is my little washi tape tree. I don't know if I'm going to keep it because it's bumpy and it will be annoying to write on this side, but I don't know. The nice thing about these washi tape things is that you can take them off if you don't like them. But anyway, so that is my 2018 personal analog system. And as you can see, I like to keep my notebook very slim. I'm not one of those people who likes the really fat chunk-a-hunk thing with 12,000 inserts and stickers and felt paper clips and all that other stuff. And for the people who love it, awesome. Good for you. I'm glad you found what you love. But for me, it's just too much, and I like to keep it simple and slim. So this is pretty much as fat as it gets. All right, and then for work. So work has been an interesting, oh, and this will get archived. Work has been an interesting thing this year. So I got a new job in August, and I've been kind of figuring out my analog system for the past several months. I think I've hit on what will work now. So I am a copywriter at work. So I am in a ton of meetings because I have to know what our products are and how the things that I'm writing copy for, how they work. Usually it's apps and websites. It's transactional copy. So what the button says, what the app tells you, what the alert says, little bits of copy like that, but they all have to be cohesive and part of the whole and on brand and all that other stuff. It's a totally, totally fun job, but I've had a hard time kind of figuring out my analog system to do it. So originally I was using my Techo cousin. This is what I was using at my old job. And then I was like, okay, well, I'll have the weekly pages, and then I'll have the daily pages for if I have notes. I don't want to show you any of these notes because, you know, it's protected trade information or whatever. But so I was like, okay, I'll do that. And then I started going to so many meetings that I was like, one dated page of notes is not going to be enough. So then I tried doing a bullet journal. That didn't really work. It was way too involved. And I didn't want to spend so much time focusing on the bullet journal that I wasn't actually capturing what I need. I did not like it. It was too constraining for me. It didn't make sense with what I'm trying to do. So then I went to Muji on that New York trip in November, and I got a Muji monthly calendar with notes. And then I got several of these black notebooks, and I just take crazy notes. And then I realized that I'm taking way too many notes by hand, and it hurts, and I'm getting like blisters in stupid places. And I've started to think that maybe taking notes by hand, because a lot of times I'm in meetings for between 4 and 6.5 hours, taking notes for all of them. That's a lot of writing in one day, and it's like every day. So I decided that what I think I'm going to do is switch back over to the Hobonichi. Really I figure what I'm going to do, because I've started doing this and I kind of like it, and I'm piloting it in this 2017, the last of the quick to-do lists, for stuff that's, you know, really fast, or reminders or whatever. And then I can use the daily pages, make sure there's nothing on here. Yeah. Use the daily pages. If I have, you know, notes or whatever that aren't really to do with a project, or if there's some big thing I want to make note of, but really I'm going to do the bulk of my note taking in OneNote. So I will be doing that electronically. It's easier to move things around and check them off and change them, because one thing I've noticed is that the projects that I'm working on now are kind of constantly in flux. Like as we learn new things, old things become obsolete, or, you know, whatever. So it's easier, I think, so far it's been easier for me to do that in OneNote, highlight the things that I need, delete the things that I don't, and kind of keep it organized that way. So it's kind of weird for me. But I want my analog system to be meaningful and not to feel like a chore, because I don't ever want to have the joy taken out of analog for me. So I'm switching up how I do it. So I think I'm going to move back into the Hobonichi Techo for 2018 for work. And the only thing that I don't love about this idea is that the weekly portion of the Hobonichi Techo that I'll be using is this big. And there's all the rest of this 6 months of daily pages. And I don't know, I feel kind of weird about it. I was thinking about buying a Jibun Techo, but I don't want to do that because I already bought the Hobonichi and this was like $60 and I don't want to spend another $60 or $70 when this will basically give me the functionality that I need. So maybe for 2019, we'll see. I want to see how this goes. Because this personal analog system basically is unchanged. I have found where I'm happy here. This one is still kind of under construction. So we'll see. But anyway, so that is my analog switch over. Not that hard. I ordered a Kokuyu case that isn't here yet for this, so I'm not going to do it in here. I am going to have a case that's got some pockets and stuff in it. But so we shall see how that goes, and I will keep you guys updated if something changes with the work system or what I like, what I don't like. Maybe we can worry about that another day. For now, a very happy holiday season to those of you who are celebrating anything this season, and a very happy December to those of you who aren't. I'll see you again soon. Bye.